Welcome to this video. This will be how to do loops in a VBS document. This can come in handy quite a lot. I've done another video using a loop to delete thousands of files on my desktop. What I'm going to do is right click and say edit, and I've got this empty VBS document. So I'm going to start with option explicit, do, and loop. All I do is I type do. I go down a few lines and type loop, and whatever code is in between this will be executed forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, which can be annoying. If I type in message box and hi, then when I go to execute this, it comes up with this message box and it just stays there. It keeps going away because I say hi. When I push OK, it moves on to the next line of code, moves back around, and hi again. So I have to Control-Delete, open my task manager, and stop wscript.exe. So to prevent that, I can do a few things. The first one is I can set a variable. I can make a variable called count, and I can say something up here like count equals 0, and then come down here and say count equals count plus 1, and I can say if count is greater than 10, exit do and if. And when I write an exit do, that means take the line of code directly after loop here. And since there's nothing there, the program will stop automatically. So I can exit the do when this criteria is satisfied. Run that. And of course I have to include it then. Hi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and if count is greater than 10, go away. So that's an example of one way of doing a do loop. I can also say, if I don't want to have this structure in here, I can leave count equals count plus 1, and I can just simply say do while count is less than 10. So do while count is less than 10, and if I double click here, same thing, I click 10 times and boom, we're done. So this is a way that I can not have to worry about my exit do or a complicated if statement. I can do it that way. Another thing I can do is a for loop. So I can say something like for the value of count equaling 1 to 10, message box hi. Instead of loop, I have next, and this means go to the next value. So I have count equals 1, and it's going to start there, and it's going to message box hi. Then when we hit next, it will go back up here, and the count will be 2, message box hi. Then the count will be 3, message box hi, and so on and so forth. So you can control exactly how many times it iterates. So if I run this program, again, I get the same thing. I'll do a little bit more of a advanced example than what I've been doing. You can have as many lines of code as you want. You can have whatever you want in between the do and the loop. So in this case, I'll take out this count equals 0. It doesn't really matter in this case. If I want to make 10 folders, I can say so if I wanted to create 10 folders, then I would just have this name C users, Joseph desktop folder, and count, meaning folder 1, and it'll loop to folder 2, folder 3, folder 4, and so on and so forth. So if I save this, then it just created 10 folders on my desktop. Let's see if I can move this over so you can see them. I'll try it again so you can see it live. Loops through very quickly and creates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I can even, after I delete these folders, do something like, and I can have it follow creating folder 1, creating folder 2, creating folder 3, creating folder 4, creating folder 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it will give you notification. Again, we can make these loops have 1,000 lines of code in there. You can put a loop inside of a loop if you want to. I don't know why you would want to normally, but I've had a few programs where I've had to do that. So I can say something like do message box hi loop. In fact, I'm going to do a for loop inside of a for loop so I don't have to do any exit do criteria. For x equals 1, 2, 10. I need to do 2, 10. Next. So what this is going to do is every time I make a folder, it's going to message box hi 10 times. Oh, and I have to dim my X. So you can have loops within loops and any function anywhere inside of them as such. That's some basic looping structures: do loop, for loop, and while loop. They're very common in many different computing languages. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, and I will catch you next time.